Zendaya Coleman, like the Drakes, Madonnas, and Chers before her, has the kind of celebrity power that doesn't require a surname. This isn't something that happened overnight. Now let's take a look at her finally revealing how Disney messed her up completely. Overcoming the stigma that comes with being a Disney star. First and foremost, the actress and singer had overcome the nearly insurmountable stigma that comes with being a Disney Channel star, which she did so deftly without chopping off her extensions or posing semi-naked in Vanity Fair like Miley Cyrus. Zendaya has never been involved in a drug, salvia scandal, despite the fact that she portrays a teenage drug addict on HBO. She was never charged with a DUI. There were no nude photo controversies that caused her to lose contact with her mouse lord, though her Euphoria character does admit that nudes are the modern currency of love. In fact, Vogue describes the actress as insanely normal, which could explain how she was able to transition into more adult roles while still appearing on Casey Undercover. Just because Zendaya made it out of the Disney Channel relatively undamaged doesn't mean she had an easy time doing it. She would not have become a different sort of Disney star, one who uses her voice for activism, rejects the brand's restricted image of adolescence, and even penned her own memoir, if it weren't for her relentless pushback on the network famed for enforcing harsh standards on its young performers. Here's a look at Zendaya's tumultuous relationship with Disney. Zendaya wouldn't buy into the Disney girl persona, the story of Disney Channel stars submitting to the network's outrageously tight regulations is as ancient as time. Mostly, this manifests as an exaggerated, almost antiseptic degree of squeaky cleanness. See the Jonas Brothers' purity rings and Vanessa Hudgens' high school musical employment nearly being lost over nude images. Zendaya was also confronted with the same beast. According to Vogue, the actress and her father moved to Hollywood in 2010. She didn't feel pressure to accept roles she didn't want because she wasn't motivated by money. But when she was cast in Shake It Up with co-star Bella Thorne, she sought to develop a Disney girl persona. Thorne has already admitted to raising the level of her voice during interviews in order to fit into Disney's image. Zendaya had a similar experience, although her willingness to adapt was short-lived. Slowly, I understood I'd made a mistake. When I'm Zendaya, people think I'm cool. She told Vogue about it. Finally, the actress learned how to say no, which is a difficult order when you're up against what could be Hollywood's most powerful organization. A lot of people are unaware of their power, Zendaya continued. I have so many friends that say yes to everything or feel powerless in a circumstance. No, you have the power. Zendaya's acting career separated her family. Zendaya's career tore her family apart when she was just starting out in Hollywood, if only physically. The actress was fortunate to have extremely supportive parents who, despite the fact that it meant separating their family, battled for their daughter's goals. Zendaya said in an interview with Glamour that her father, a teacher, abandoned his job to support her acting career. They used to drive back and forth from Oakland to Los Angeles for auditions when she was in middle school. To make ends meet and pay for all of the excursions, her mother took on 2 jobs. She worked as a teacher and a staff member at the California Shakespeare Theater, which kept her in the Bay Area. Zendaya was forced to leave her mother behind when she earned her part on Shake It Up and had to relocate to Hollywood for a longer period of time. Zendaya told Glamour, "I got my first job on the Disney Channel when I was 13, and it was just me and my dad in an apartment in downtown LA because I was dealing with all of the important girl times. It was quite challenging. He didn't know what to do when I got my period, I recall. It was a strange period of change." Did Disney force Zendaya and Bella Thorne to compete on the set of Shake It Up? Bella Thorne and Zendaya are undeniably great friends. Even 10 years after they first met on the set of Shake It Up, the Euphoria actress is still a staunch supporter of her former co-star. This was never more clear than during Thorne's nude photo incident in 2019. According to HuffPost, Zendaya is said to have texted her, "Just a gentle reminder that you are lovely both inside and out. I'm very proud of you since you're alike. They weren't always as close as they are today like. Gift your BFF a nacho truck for her birthday." Thorne criticized Disney for their rough start in an interview with J14, stating the network pushed them against each other. "Zendaya and I were forced to compete against each other, which made the first season of the show quite unpleasant for us." Thorne stated, "We wanted to love one another, but we were always pitted against one another. Who's better at this? And who's better at that?" were the questions. During the second season, the couple understood what was going on and worked it out, proving that neither actress was the kind to allow the Disney Channel get the best of them. Zendaya became her best friend at that point, according to Thorne. Zendaya had to fight Disney to get better on-set education. Zendaya was concerned about her education as the daughter of 2 teachers, but joining a Disney series meant she had to work double shifts to keep up with her non-famous peers. Most teenagers do not work on set all day. Instead, they labor for a few hours after school. Despite the fact that Zendaya's plate was overflowing, she was not about to cut shortcuts. In a Glamour interview, the actress admitted that some of her peers would cheat their way through online lessons. She explained, "They just search up the answers and write them in. To me, that's insane." Her mother, on the other hand, became her educational advocate, submitting letters to Disney's lawyers to justify her need for a certain teacher. This was a person who was eager to work with Zendaya wherever she went, on press tours, in hotel rooms, while traveling by car, aircraft, or train, and so on. And she took a tough love approach. In the hotel room, she'd be like, "Are you tired?" "I don't care," Zendaya said. "I remember doing Dancing with the Stars and literally falling asleep reading a book. I'd never been so tired in my life, there's no off time." But she stuck with me and made sure I got what I needed. Zendaya has dealt with racial insensitivity on set. Zendaya knows her way around the press as a former child star. In her 10-year Disney career, the actress has been through a slew of photo shoots. She knows what to expect, which may explain why she seemed unconcerned with W's apparent cover mistake. That wasn't the first time something like it occurred. The Euphoria star revealed in an interview with Cosmopolitan that she's experienced some on-set with people being racially insensitive episodes in the past, including an exchange with her own publicist. Zendaya said in the same interview that her lighter skin offers her more advantages than her darker sisters and brothers, and she feels a duty to be a voice for the wonderful colors my people come in. In other words, she will not be silenced, especially while Hollywood casting directors continue to struggle with how to categorize mixed-race actors. Claire Stormer, her mother, told Vogue, "It's a hard thing in Hollywood when you're mixed. You're neither white nor black enough to be either." Zendaya finally shook her Disney past with Euphoria. Zendaya had a difficult time breaking out of her shell and establishing herself as an adult actress with important roles. It's something she's been dealing with since leaving the network. Even now, some of her most well-known jobs are still technically Disney-related, such as her appearance in The Greatest Showman or her co-starring role as Michelle in Marvel's Spider-Man films with Tom Holland. Having a Disney past can make it difficult for people to take you seriously, she told Glamour in 2017. "So I have to pick the right projects, make sure I do the right things, and take my time." Zendaya took a risk in 2019 that seemed to kickstart this new chapter of her career, albeit it didn't totally separate her from her Disney star image. She was cast in HBO edgy teen drama Euphoria as Rue. "The corny stuff still gets to me. It's fine," the New York Times quoted Zendaya as saying. "I feel like I can do Euphoria and yet have a life outside of it where I can watch family movies and have fun." This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to stay tuned to our channel so that you do not miss any of our videos in the future. And please leave your comments below in the comment section.